So, why are we always catering to stupid people? Well, believe it or not, most people are pretty dumb. And of course, there are a million different ways to tackle a subject. But, yeah, it's relative to some degree. And of course, depends on how smart you are. But if you're another dumbass saying that someone else is dumb, well, you can see where that can become a problem. Difference is, I don't think I'm that dumb. And most people are pretty dumb, under a certain threshold. And it makes money. If you say something completely against the grain, or even slightly, you might get canceled for. We can't have that. You can't be thinking outside of the box. You've got to be part of the Borg, or a part of the hive mind. You can't do anything different. If you do, you're challenging the status quo. We can't have that. That's a problem as well, right? That might be an issue for some people, especially people that might have a little bit of power. And back to another point I was making. Of course, we're always going to find a problem. There's always a different perspective or different perception to have. Someone could say this is dumb, but then they could say it's smart because they're doing it for a different reason. There's always some perspective or perception that you can have that could be a counterpoint to someone else saying something, as long as you're willing to keep having the argument as well. Doesn't mean that some points are not as salient as others, or more salient, or make more sense, more concise, more correct. It doesn't mean that's not the case. It just depends on how much you're willing to argue that point. And if you're arguing the point for the right reason and it's correct, that's the best thing. But most people don't care about that. It's about looking cool or making the other person look like an idiot. Arguments are obnoxious. Idiots are annoying. And the fact that we cater to that stuff and we always try to make a video about something that's stupid, that dumb people do. Wearing long fingernails. Let's see what it feels like to wear long fingernails. Why? Why should that matter to anybody? But people like this stupid content. Even if no one's looking for it, it's just dumb enough and just, I don't know if it's status quo, but at least our lowest common denominator enough for people that they're willing to sit there and find it interesting. Well, that's fantastic. Thank you for telling me what I need to find interesting. At the same time, throwing my fucking content out the window and shoving it at the bottom of the search results, or shadow banning it. That's another frustrating thing. The same thing with my music. No one cares about it. Whatever the powers that be that are causing it, whatever they may be, it's just another frustration you've got to deal with. But anyway, I've gone on long enough. Thanks.